And welcome to the latest installment of Randy Taste Things on the hottest channel on YouTube, Randy and Dave's Place. I hope you have clicked all of those fancy buttons and are getting yourself some alerts. Before we even get started on today's video, we got to talk about the legends we have lost this past week. The two major ones, obviously, the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne, has left us. Very sad. He was obviously not only a rock and roll legend, but reality TV legend. I mean, that TV show was pretty cutting edge at the time, for sure. And of course, Hulk Hogan has also left us. It's very sad. I can't even begin to tell you how sad I was when I saw the news. We're talking about my entire childhood has left us, is what it feels like anyway. Countless memories of Hulk Hogan throughout my entire life. I mean, all the way up until, I think we all know which side of the aisle that I land on. So Hulk Hogan was even more recently in the same political movement that I've been in. So there's that. He's been a part of my whole life, I feel like. So there's that for sure. But let's get to what this show's all about, which is your favorite bearded handsome man drinking things and telling you about them. Of course, Rufus is here hanging out as always because he's never going to go away. He's going to be here for the rest of this deal. So there's that. And I've got Kentucky coffee whiskey. Two of my favorite things in one bottle. It is made by the Kentucky Coffee Whiskey Company. This is all they make. They actually do have some canned drinks I just learned about 5 minutes ago. And we're going to try to find those too. So stay tuned. Anyway, this stuff is delicious. It is made with Kentucky bourbon and 100% Arabica coffee beans. Because, there's two things in life that you need, and it's whiskey and coffee. And they decided to just slap it here in this one bottle. So there's that. And we're going to pour this in here. What was that I just heard? The side note coming. Okay, listen, I got to tell you something. Y'all ain't ready for this deal. I'm telling you right now. First of all, is Boston a real place? Or is it a fictional sitcom city? Now I know what you're all thinking. There was the Boston Tea Party, and there's all these historical moments that happened in Boston, but there's not all these historical moments. There is the one historical moment, the Boston Tea Party. All right. And let's face it, back then, we didn't know really what places were called. Okay. People hadn't drawn maps yet of the United States. We weren't even America yet when we threw the tea in the harbor that was supposedly in Boston. You know what I mean? We need to really take a deep dive into this because has anybody ever actually been to Boston? And the only things I've ever seen come out of Boston is Boston Red Sox games with drag queens throwing the first pitches and rainbow flags everywhere. Suspicious. Seems like left-wing fake news media nonsense to me. So that's that. So there's that. But anyway, here's a shot of Kentucky coffee whiskey for Hulk and Ozzy and everyone else. Yeah, man. It tastes like coffee and whiskey. But it's actually really good. It's super delicious. Big Randy approves for sure. I definitely highly recommend this. And you could probably do some fun cocktails with this too, honestly. You could probably make a version of like a White Russian with this. Maybe we call it a White Kentucky. Yep, we're sticking with that. White Russian with this is now called a White Kentucky. It's official. No takey backsies. So there's that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, Big Randy approved. We'll get you some. Yeah. I think that's all I got for this deal. Make sure you are on the hottest channel at YouTube, Randy and Dave's Place. Click all those buttons. Get yourself some alerts. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. As usual, let's do something good. let's adopt some kittens and puppies. Let's donate to some kids' charities. Speaking of kids' charities, how about Ozzy and Black Sabbath's last performance raising $190 million for children's hospitals and Parkinson's disease research? What a way to go out, Ozzy. We see you. But yeah, as always, size matters. So does the gravy on your biscuits. Boom, I am out.